Encore magazine, November 2017 issue, missed a new Southwest Michigan podcaster. Local podcasters are talking, and they have something to talk about. Hi, my name is Steve Adamko, and I'm a professional interior designer from Portage, Michigan, plus the host and producer of the Interior Design Beat podcast. My podcast went live November 17th, 2017. On iTunes. It went live in 3 hours and 23 minutes from the time I submitted it. What that means is that I missed being included in the November 2017 issue of Encore magazine, which is one of the premier Southwest Michigan magazines. Something to talk about. Area podcasters speak about their passions. This article was on page 16 through page 20 in the November issue. I know two gentlemen who were in that article. I have communicated with Matt Holleran, also of Portage, who has a great podcast called Top Advisor Marketing. I've also personally talked to Tom Schwab of Interview Valet, who has a unique business of connecting podcast guests with podcast shows. So now it's time to tell you a little bit about me and my podcast. I started my interior design business, Spectrum Interiors, in Kalamazoo in 1982, a few years after completing my degree at Kendall School of Design in 1979. After a few years, I moved to Grand Rapids, Michigan, where I spent over 20 years there, then east of Flint for 3 years, and now I'm back in the Kalamazoo area in Portage, Michigan. The Interior Design Beat podcast is going to be a weekly podcast. Already, there are 10 episodes on iTunes, as well as Stitcher, Google Play, PlayerFM, TuneIn, Podbean, Libsyn, and Blueberry. The Interior Design Beat is an interior design podcast focused on the end consumer or end user of an interior space, or someone who's in the market for interior design services or a great interior designer. It's a topic-based podcast with some Q&A thrown in some of the episodes. It's not a podcast where I necessarily interview other people. It's a podcast where I bring the beef. You never have to ask, where's the beef, as the old lady in the Wendy's hamburgers commercials would say. In other words, I deliver solid and packed full content for about 30 minutes. The sum and substance of the podcast is this. The Interior Design Beat podcast is where you will always find candid commentary on various interior design subjects and topics, including the good, the bad, and the ugly. Telling you like it really is, giving you the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so you don't have to hope you are lucky in any type of interior design situation. I'll go ahead and play you the intro and a little snippet from the first episode. Oh yeah, this is the first day and the introduction to the Interior Design Beat podcast. This is episode number 1, and I'm your host, interior designer, speaker, and author, Stephen C. Adamko. And oh boy, do we have a show for you today. On the Interior Design Beat podcast, we're going to be talking about a lot of things relative to interior design. There's going to be candid commentary on various interior design subjects and topics, including the good, the bad, and the ugly. Telling you like it really is. There's going to be commentary, critique, interpretation, and analysis. Giving you the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so you don't have to feel lucky or hope you are lucky in any type of interior design situation. Once again, my name is Steve Adamko, and I am a professional interior designer, plus the owner and founder of Spectrum Interiors, established in 1982, based in Kalamazoo and Portage, Michigan. All right, folks, this is going to be a wonderful time. This is going to be awesome. We've got a lot on tap in these upcoming podcasts. So, I'm going to be starting out with a topic that will set the tone and help initialize things here a bit. We're going to be talking about ambiance. So, let's get started right now. All right. Okay. Hey, good to be here with you on this initial podcast. We're going to be talking about creating ambiance in your residential interior design and decorating, no matter what the budget. Truly, in regards to interior design and decorating, it's all about the magic and excitement of ambiance. This goes far beyond a look. How many know what ambiance really is? Well, let's check the dictionary. It says we're talking about a mood, character, quality, tone, or atmosphere of an environment. This is also another definition, that which surrounds or encompasses. That's a pretty good definition, but what we're talking about and looking at when we create ambiance, no matter what the budget, is, consider this, ladies. How does it feel if you wrap yourself in a nylon windbreaker versus a mink coat? Now, you're the same person in both scenarios, correct? But your emotional feeling, your ambiance, the way you talk, the way you walk is different. Is that true? You know it is. So you actually put on a different demeanor in a sense, or a more expansive demeanor of yourself, correct? That's what we're going to be talking about. Now, I've taken the above definitions and expanded on them a little bit more. So here is my definition of ambiance. Ambiance is the intangible element of an interior that touches the heart, the soul, the mind, and the emotions. That is visually appealing, intellectually stimulating, emotionally satisfying, and totally enriching for the occupants and their guests. Now, the same magic that creates excitement can also induce calm, so it can do several things at the same time. It provides a haven and creates a backdrop or background for the occupants and their possessions, so that they are the gems in their own setting. Well, there you go. Please go to iTunes and subscribe, rate, and review. Also go to Stitcher or Google Play. In addition, please go to my website and check that out as well. That's interiordesignbeat.com. We'll be talking to you soon.